Now, how's everybody doing? Let me know if we have any type of audio issues. It looks like the Let It Burn channel is not live. Let's go with this. So Let It Burn channel is live now. The audio is live. Let's go to here and select monetization, all of that stuff, all the good stuff. We currently have 3 people that are watching. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. All right, now it says 8 people that are watching. All right, 11. So starting to climb a little bit. Over on the Let It Burn channel, monetization is not on yet, so we got to make sure that's definitely on, so people get ads and stuff. Got 7 people here. Thank you guys for watching over here. I appreciate it. And we are up to 18 people over on the main channel, so thank you guys for being here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's just let everybody settle in a little bit, and then we'll jump into this. I'm also gonna go live on TikTok. See what people are doing here, what people are saying. Let me go ahead and open up Twitch as well. Just a bunch of things, a bunch of streaming platforms that we're on right now. So just makes sense to be on all of these. But thank you, anybody who's watching, anybody who stops by, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, anything. I appreciate you guys for being here. So, we got 38 people over on the Matthew Perry channel. Good morning. Good morning. What's your thoughts on LRC? Well, LRC is currently at 85 cents. I have strong thoughts on LRC. I use their platform in order to, I use it for a staking pool between Ethereum and LRC. And I like their partnership that they have with GameStop. It's just, we're not seeing much movement yet within the entire crypto market, so we're not seeing that, movement there. So I expect a lot more out of LRC. This is why I hold $1,300 or 1,373 or 75 total LRC tokens. Yeah, if you have any questions you want to ask, feel free to ask, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch or any of them. I'll try and check as many as I can. Let's see. What are your thoughts? I read that. Good morning, my guy. Good morning. Hi. Morning, Matt. ApeCoin finally hit $20. Yes, I talked about it yesterday and said ApeCoin was gonna, hit $20 yesterday. And I don't know exactly when it hit $20, but right now it's at $20.40. So I'm expecting a level of around 23 to 24 where I'm going to actually make a move out, even though it does have a lot of room above it and a lot of potential above it. It's just my strategy, what I wanted to play out of it. So that's why ApeCoin for me will probably be somewhere to where I'm not going to let it get to 30. I'm going to push it as we start to get closer and closer to the date of the other side release. I feel like, or launch. That's definitely something that looks like it's going to be more of a buy the rumor, sell the news. However, the entire crypto market is running as well, or at least increasing as well. So you see all of this green. So it's, yes, it seems like a buy the rumor, sell the news, but it also seems like something that's really legit in the growth. Thank you, all the people that are watching on TikTok. It looks like there's 7 people watching on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you guys hit that like button or double tap the screen and send some likes. You can send as many as you want. Why do people mock Shiba saying it's just another project like SafeMoon? See, I don't know. Some people just don't believe in some of these coins, and I understand why. I mean, they start out as a meme coin. They start out as something that really doesn't have much value, but then people behind it start to, or not even behind Shiba Inu, but behind the ecosystem, start to create something that has a little bit more value. I'm starting to gather a little bit more faith and belief for Shiba Inu with everything that's going on, especially with the stuff we heard from Wellies. I don't know if you guys were a part of the AMA yesterday, but I was a part of it. I asked one question, or technically two questions within one time slot, I guess. But yeah, I like what they're doing so far, but they're actually giving out a little bit more information. It's just not as much. They're still, kind of scared, I guess, when they go to give out information. It's like, oh, well, we don't want to commit to something, because if we commit to something, then we end up having, issues down the road or something like that. I totally understand, but you have to find some form of commitment. If Shiba dips more, I'll keep adding more. That's really literally the plan, for at least for me, for Shiba Inu and for CRO. If she let's see, what do you think about Saitama? I'm So I can't say I'm not the biggest fan of Saitama. I was actually in it for a little bit, but I had to sell it because I was over on Gate.io, and Gate.io just didn't allow US users on the platform. And I don't know how that's going right now. But it's something that I saw as a position that could have been more of a mirroring of Shiba Inu, not in the price action, but just because they wanted the price action to be that way. So burning would be more aggressive. Other things would just end up being more aggressive on those ends, just to catch up in the form, or the ability of being a meme coin, right? Now I regret selling ApeCoin. Well, yeah, I mean, there's always those regrets. We all have those regrets with different positions. I'm probably going to regret selling it at a level of $23. But, that it happens. Everybody has regrets. And as long as you don't stick to those and you start trading with emotion, because people will, you'll sell ApeCoin at $17 and you're like, oh, you know what? That's it. It's not going to go anymore. And then it goes up to 20 and then you buy back in. It's like, that's not the way that you do it. You need to try not to trade with emotion. If you trade with emotion, everything, all of your gains go out the window. I've had it done multiple times. Hey Matt, have you ever considered day trading or swing trading as a full-time job? Yes, I have. It's just I've never. So when I look into day trading, right? Swing trading, I can say that I don't make as much than day trading, which sounds weird, because swing trading, you can let it go over time. With crypto, it's a different story. Swing trading, I can make money with it. And I treat it as a form of passive income. Day trading, I was making consistently $100 to $200 a day, which is somebody's salary, and what one of my early salaries was. So it doesn't make sense, or it makes sense for me to play that part and continue to day trade, and just that's all I would do. But it's not consistent. I try to make those moves and I try to limit my losses, but some of the days, especially in the markets that we've seen as of late, these last 7 months, it's been very difficult to, consider day trading with different positions that you believe in, at least. But then the entire market really just doesn't go with you, so you're forced to short. And I don't really like to short as much, but I do make money from shorting from time to time. But yes, I've considered it. It's just something where this is now my full-time job, because it's the biggest form of income, and I use that, day trading and swing trading, as passive income, or active income, technically. Sometimes it's passive. Most times, I am doing active, because day trading, you're doing it within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. Can you give any tips to beginners trying to day trade? So what I would say, if you're trying to day trade, is start small. There's a lot of people that will go in and start huge, and you don't need to make thousands of dollars right away. There's people that trade $2,000 a day, just literally trade with $2,000. You have to have $25,000 in your account to trade more than 3 times. But if you have the $25,000, start small and trade with, $2,000, $3,000, but don't throw a bunch in there. Make sure you have your your profit to loss ratios, really tight, and you're ready to make some of these moves, whether they're positive or negative. It's about getting out there and getting experience. Because if you see the markets rolling, it's going to be something that will make you feel better about your next trade and your next trade. Just don't fail completely on the first one. I've been there to where I have taken $7,000 and have lost like half of it, right? Basically looking at penny stocks and trying to get the big home run plays when you don't really know enough about how the market goes. You need to slow it down, take baby steps into it, and then you start to learn what's your best strategy. A lot of people start in a simulator, but I can tell you a simulator is nothing compared to trading with your real money, because you understand that this is real dollars. A simulator, you can have $100,000 and you end up trading and you end up making $1 million because you have no fear. But then you bring that over to the market and you have no fear and you end up losing everything, right? So you need to make sure that you practice. Someone said it here, get a demo account and practice using that. You should do that. You should get a simulator, but you should also learn to trade real time. Nothing is better than real life experience. Where did you learn the trade? So I read a couple of books and then also experience. So it's been quite a bit of time that I've been in the markets and trading, back and forth. And I've always been trying to find the best strategy, while people tell me day trading isn't the best thing and it's not great for you. I say, okay, it sounds like a challenge, and I jump into it. So it's something that I can consistently gain, and people have seen that I can gain, $80 to $100 to $200 per day. And it's not something where I look at, a simulator is scam. You said it well. I wouldn't say it's a scam. I would say you can do it, but you have to trade with realistic money, So I kind of get distracted sometimes. Views on Dogecoin. So I like Dogecoin. I like what they're doing. I did like what they did before, and I still hold my Dogecoin. I don't hold a lot of it. Like I hold probably 1,600 of it, and I probably should buy more because you can stake it, and it's currently at a lower price, looking at 14. But the problem that I have with Dogecoin is the dilution that you see. They add on coins every single year. 5.2 billion coins every single year is a lot of coins to add on. Especially when you're looking at the overall supply. Let's say it's at 130 billion or whatever. If you just round down and look at 100 billion, you're looking at about 5% of the entire volume that you're adding there, or the supply. So you're just consistently adding that 5%. But where did I learn to trade? That's what someone asked. So it's experience. I read some books, How to Day Trade for a Living, both books. And I actually have the breakdown of those books over on my Patreon if you want to check those out. I believe it is the upper tier level. So it's like the $20 level, I think, where you get the book readings and all of that stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's it. And there's literally the whole entire book there. You get my thoughts on it. You get my breakdowns, all that stuff. BitGet demo account tracks Ethereum, Bitcoin in real time, and you only start with 3K. So it's quite realistic, but Matt is 100% right. Way more emotional with real money. Absolutely. And then you start to realize that you trade with emotion. Trading with emotion is the worst thing you could possibly do. I've been there to where you invest in something, you make money from it. You're like, yeah, I made $1,000, $2,000, which is amazing because you were only setting a goal for maybe 500. So you made $1,000 or $2,000 or $500 over what your amount is, or your goal was. Then you see that it continues to rise and you're like, wait, did I get out too early? That's emotion. Let it go. If you get back into it, I guarantee you're going to find a way to lose money, and that's exactly what happens. So don't trade with emotion. And even on the downside where you lose money and you're like, I want to make that money back. It's like, no, the money's gone. The entry point's not there. Find a new strategy, find a new entry point, and then you can make that move. But if you don't have a new entry point, then don't go about it. You should make a video showing how to trade. May help people who want to learn. So I have a whole breakdown on my Patreon of how to go through it, and I've done trades live as well. When do you wait? What's your day job? Sorry to ask. You almost full-fledged in investments. So my day job, I was a senior financial analyst for a hospital, and I don't know how much the senior title holds anymore, but senior financial analyst for a hospital. I was a former senior accountant as well as a staff accountant before that. So my job has mainly been hovering around finance and financial statements and understanding that side of things. But yeah, I think I'm now out of that. I'm now completely out of my 9 to 5, and I'm full time on YouTube, as well as investing, getting passive income, and just many forms of investments, many forms of passive income as well. That's what I'm looking to continue to do. I would say my main source of income, because all the rest of it is, I treat it as passive income, so I don't go for those home run plays. I would say YouTube is my main source of income here. When do you think Loopring is going to go up? So we're gonna probably see Loopring actually run with the rest of the market because it has all really its catalysts that are out there. With the connection, the biggest catalyst with the connection with GameStop and all of that. But I expect to see it run really when everything else runs. It's not going to be something that runs by itself. You do have times where it does, show quick increases, 10%, 20%. But if you're looking for a 100% increase, you're definitely going to have to wait a little bit until that happens. I do see the market starting to come back, or at least running in by the end of Q2 here. So I expect that somewhere at around June or July. That's where I expect for it to start to run. Whatever, bro. Just curious, but did you get a degree? Yes, I have many degrees in finance, accounting, and my MBA. Uh, when do you? I read that. So I need to stay away from Ape now that I already sold. Yeah, I wouldn't get back into it. I understand it does have the potential to run. And even though like I come on here and say, "Oh, this is definitely making a move," it could possibly go to 30, and we're seeing a lot of hype behind it. We're seeing a lot of people that see this price and they're like, "You know what? I'm getting out of it." And that's understandable. Is it something to where $20 is a resistance, $21 is a resistance? I haven't really seen many resistance points for ApeCoin. So yeah, you don't want to trade with emotion. What state do you reside from? I'm in PA, Pennsylvania. What's your opinion on Terra Luna? I like Terra Luna. The only thing I don't like about Terra Luna, so if I go into the breakdown here, let's go into Coin Market Cap. Um, Terra Luna, the problem that I have with it is that it seems like things have moved a little bit too fast. I still think it has a lot of potential to run. Obviously, people love it as well. They love getting into it and love making this thing, run. But if we look at the last 3 months, and we've seen this from $50 increase all the way up to 115. Now, from where it's at right now, looking at 90, you definitely could see an increase in it. You could buy into it, see, a 10, 20% increase, and that's absolutely phenomenal. But if you're one of those people that's looking for a 2x, 3x, 4x gain or something like that, Well, now you're at a very, very high market cap compared to the rest of the field. You have to kind of look at it and say, where's the ceiling for this? The ceiling could be endless, but where is the ceiling? Most things are well below the Ethereum level, well below the Bitcoin like level. So we're looking at $100 billion market cap as the max, and probably 70 is something that it can settle at. So you're really only looking at a level to where it can double in price, which is still great, still perfect to be able to see anything double. But if you're looking for that home run play, it's just something that's too close to the top rather than, you know, where it is at the bottom. Because if I look at this and you look at how it has been moving from, 2020, or I guess let's look at, you know, July 2021, you're seeing that increase up to here. And it would be great to find a way to get in somewhere around here at that 50 level. But then, you know, where it's at now, it's probably closer to the high than it is to the low. What's your blood type? I don't know. I actually don't know that. I should probably know that. What do you do with your ApeCoin? What do I do with my ApeCoin? I'm not doing anything but selling it at some point. I sold at a loss at 14 and put it on SHIB. Low key upset about it right now, and want to FOMO in, but I'm holding strong. Yeah, that's the tough part, especially if you did take a loss. The loss hurts more than anything because it's like, I sold but right before it and I accepted a loss. You need to just accept that you took that loss, and it's not that you made a mistake. You stuck to whatever you felt was right. But don't trade with emotion. Don't compound a mistake, right? You don't want to have this mistake and then you add another mistake on top of it by buying in at the highs, because this can definitely find a way to come back. ApeCoin can find a way to come back, and I'm not going to say that it's definitely going to stay above 20. It could, and we could see it absolutely run. People believe that this can get to 50. I can, right? $8 into $5,000 by going to 50. I don't see it's Streamlabs. Like I can't get anything out of Streamlabs. They always have a ton of lagging that goes on. Just bothers the hell out of me, man. It's not even the internet connection, because OBS Studios is perfectly fine. TikTok is perfectly fine, even though there's no viewers over there. It's still perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know. Streamlabs just freaking sucks. You need to research Terra Luna a little deeper. They burn with UST plus, buying up Bitcoin, also Terra. I'll research it a little bit more. But what I've seen in the short term is that you've seen newer highs, right? And if you are going to invest into this, you want to find some of the lower lows anyways. So no matter if they do have an ability to decrease the supply in a way, you're still looking at a pretty hefty supply right now. But then you're also, well, not crazy supply. You're really looking at it in the millions. But what we are seeing here is that we are closer to the highs than we are to the lows. And that's not what I want to see. Even if you do have the ability to raise where that's going to go, I want to see this down at a lower level before I can see that at some of these higher levels. Because yes, if I can find a level to get in at 59, I know it's never going to come back down to that 59 again, right? And that's eventually. What's your 5-year price prediction on CRO? 5 years? That's a long time. I would imagine we're gonna have massive burns that happen, or at least one big burn that they end up doing again. We're also gonna see, probably mass adoption within it. I can say if we see this find a way to get down to a level of, maybe single digit billions coins, right? You're starting to look at a level where this can get to 50. This gives it the why does Streamlabs freaking storm in the world? Like, let me type in Google. Suck. Internet turns against Streamlabs. Why Streamlabs OBS sucks. Yeah, I'm about to make that video. I'm losing a ton of viewers because of the damn lag that's happening. Do you know where to go to buy XRP? No, not right now. I don't know where to go. Let me go ahead and check, see if CoinMarketCap has a XRP. If you go over to markets where you can get it, you can get it on Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, FTX, Coin One. I thought that was Coinbase for a second. I was gonna say I thought they weren't on Coinbase. So yeah, mainly I guess Binance, Kraken. So yeah, not not many like super popular places. I guess Binance would be a huge popular place. Member for 11 months, No Limit War. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. I wish I was in crypto when ETH was at 99 cents. Of course, don't we all? But then there's always that idea where it's like, will I truly be in crypto for that long? You know what I mean? Like if it was at 99 cents and it got to $1,000, would you not sell it? If it got to $100, would you not sell it? Right? That's where you start to get into that mindset, and you have to think, what would you do in these scenarios? Because if you're in these scenarios now, and you're seeing, let's say, let's go to this Krill coin. You see Krill coin at 81 cents, and you're like, okay, you know what? If this gets to $2, I'm gonna sell it. This gets to $5, I'm gonna sell it. But understand that this has the ability, if obviously everything goes as planned, this has the ability to go to crazy high levels. There's only 38 million coins that are out there, and you're looking at an 81-cent price. So if something happens where this gets massively, adopted, and we're looking at $100 price or $1,000 price, most people would sell before that, and that's including me, right? I wouldn't sell all of it, but this is where you have to understand your strategy. Sell portions of it, get in a position, get out of a position, but treat some as day trading and treat a lot as a long-term play. Why they always say ETH guys going to jail? I don't know. I should be diamond handing instead of paper handing. So there's a difference. I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, you know what? I need to diamond hand everything. Diamond handing everything is a problem. Not everything is meant to be diamond handed. But there are a lot of positions where you at least need to diamond hand a certain portion. So what I typically do is when I have a position, I buy into it for the thought of having some portion being the long term, unless it has no long term value, right? For me, ApeCoin does not have like crazy long term value until we see all of the supply implemented, until we see all the supply introduced, right? So while it's at $20 now, it could get to 30, could get to 50. A year from now, we're going to see a lot of coins introduced to the market, which could dilute the entire price. And then once everything is added, well, now you can see maybe it having some upside, right? And a lot of upside. Have you done or planning to do an exit strategy video with CRO? No, because I don't plan on exiting CRO. I'm most likely never going to exit CRO. As long as they give me the passive income that they plan on giving a lot of people within their platforms and the DeFi wallet and all of that stuff, I never plan on exiting CRO. I plan on building it up and collecting the passive income. Eventually, I'll get to a point to where I will accept the passive income that I have, and I'm not going to reinvest it into CRO. But right now, everything's going back into CRO that I have. It's getting reinvested. I'm adding more, and I'm most likely never going to sell it because it gives me so much passive income opportunity compared to a high interest savings account or compared to an index fund, right? So no, I'm most likely not going to do a CRO video. If you guys want that, we can definitely do that, but I'm heavy on the passive income side of CRO rather than an exit strategy. I want to find out if crypto.com burns off some of their own supply with every transaction that's done through the exchange. On there, you can use CRO to pay for fees of your trades. So that's interesting. I know they burn off coins via the smart contracts that get released, and when all of that gets released, it just burns off the coins. But I don't know about them burning off coins from every transaction. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. We do see lower amounts that come through, so I don't know what all these transactions are for. You can't say that that many contracts are being released or completed. Alternative universe will make sure you don't become a millionaire if you bought ETH at 99 cents. Yeah, probably. They always find a way to balance the universe. I sound like I'm from a Marvel movie. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm on that CRO heavy for me. It's just staked 4,000. Nice, nice. So you're getting the 10% return on that $4,000. That's pretty good. If you don't mind, what is your price tag for Shiba 2 years from now? 2 years from now will be 2024. I expect it to lose at least 1 0 and then probably get halfway up to the point of losing another 0, unless we see heavy burns, which we're starting to see adoption of so many different burn methods and tactics, right? With even Wellies that comes out and says they're going to burn a certain portion of the net profits, right? 2% of the net profits. That is amazing. But most people are asking for them to do something per transaction, because I know it's difficult when we look at per transaction of a restaurant business. Obviously you want to go by net profits, because most likely they're going to reinvest the money. That's where it's not something that I'm happy with at all, because if they're going to keep reinvesting the money, then you're not going to see that 2% come out, or you're going to see they reinvest a lot of the money, and then we have a very small amount that goes towards the burns. This is why a lot of people are asking for per transactions. So we want to see, instead of them, like, say if they have a $5 burger, right? Instead of them basically taking $5 and taking 1% of that and burning it off, what they would do is increase the price. So you increase the price to have that 1% or that certain amount come off. So it would just be a tax no matter what on that. So it's an extra price on top of it. So, or you don't even have to increase the price. It would be an extra tax on top of it. So we pay 6% for whatever sales tax we have, or whatever percentage you pay within your state or country or whatever. And we basically look at 1% higher or 2% higher for that sales tax. So 6% would go towards the sales tax, and then 2% would go towards the burning tax. So that's what we would have on top of it. You don't have to increase the price, but just always have that percentage that you pay extra on top of Wellies in order to create that incentive. So it's not necessarily taking away from the revenue or the gross revenue. The only thing it's taken away from is, I guess, the people that are buying but you're forced to buy every single, like if you buy a Welly's burger, you're forced to pay that tax if you buy a Welly's burger, right? So have you covered the Wellies AMA yet? I went through the Wellies AMA, and I have a bunch of notes on what they talked about, and I was waiting to get like a bunch of different people in here, and now we're at 199 people, closer to 200 people. So we can definitely talk about Wellies. We can definitely break all that down. Can you explain how CRO is going to pay passive income? So CRO, when you stake your CRO, you get 6 to 12% back in CRO rewards. So if I stake my CRO right now, which I'm staking $4,000, you get 10% back on that, 10% APY. Now, 10% APY on $4,000 is only $400, but that is a form of passive income, right? Now, if you level up to $40,000, you're getting a 12% return. So let's just do, easier math by doing it by 10%. And if it's at 10%, you're getting more than, $4,000, every single year from staking that. And then if you jump to the $400,000 level, now you're getting somebody's salary every single year in passive income. And that's just with the 400,000 that you're staking over in the crypto.com platform. Plus, you're getting the 8% cash back on every single purchase. Plus, you're getting Netflix and Spotify, and you don't have to pay for all of those accounts. And you can also stake over on the DeFi wallet, whatever you have left, at 12%. So not only are you seeing that passive income, you're also seeing the increase in what CRO is valuable at or valued at. So if it's at 38 cents or 39 cents, you're seeing that increase to $2, and you automatically 4x your investment. So if you had $40,000 in there, you're obviously increasing that 4x or 10x, right? 10x would be $400,000, which now you can finally get that passive income. And I would treat it that way, treat it as such, and something that would continue to increase, because I expect CRO to get to crazy numbers when it comes to the price, because I think they are going to decrease their supply quite heavily throughout the years, and people will start investing into it a lot more than they are now. But anyways, let's go into the Wellies information. So I did take some notes. So Wellies, they were talking about all the detail, when it comes to the NFTs, it comes to, burning, it comes to future plans and all that stuff, franchises and all that. I'm interested in creating a Wellies franchise where I'm at, right? I'm very interested in creating a Wellies franchise, which I would probably be a perfect candidate for. I have 7 years in the restaurant business, being a sous chef for about six of those years, understanding actual, like fine dining and comfort food as well, all of that stuff, the back of the kitchen, everything there. So I understand how to run a regular restaurant. Obviously, this is a little bit different. I don't know if it's considered just fast food or something, but it is something that looks amazing. It looks delicious. So it's something that I would like to open because, one, there's none around here. It would be brand new. We have a ton of Shiba Inu supporters around here. I've ran into a lot of people. So if you were watching, I appreciate you for, saying hello and all of that. But yeah, they basically, they talked about the franchisees and different buildings and different types. So they have three types technically. They have ghost kitchens, and they have two store options, one bigger option, one smaller option. And the ghost kitchen was interesting to me because I was like, if they have a ghost kitchen, why are they not, I feel like they should be communicating with somebody like AMC, because if they can communicate with AMC and be able to have like one of their ghost kitchens within AMC theaters, I think that will be huge, right? And then taking a certain tax whenever you buy Wellies, if you have that certain tax, you can burn off a certain amount of coins, and that's in every single AMC theater that's out there. So all of the burgers that we would have, these would be top-notch burgers. Hopefully that would be the case. I mentioned to them and said, have you ever thought about partnering up with AMC to establish, these ghost kitchens, right? Because they're thinking about selling their food, so it would kind of be like a joint effort type of thing, which I will do a full video on this whole AMA breakdown if you didn't catch it, if you're coming in late or anything, or you don't see it when you get in at 9 o'clock or something. They also talked about 2% of net profits they're going to be burning off. This is something I kind of had an issue with. Thank you, D'Artagnan, for that super chat. I really appreciate that, supporting Matt for all the good you do for all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, anyways, the 2% net profits I had kind of an issue with. And the reason I have an issue with it is because when you reinvest into a business, you're not necessarily looking at that as net profit, right? That's reinvesting into your business. You can look at that money and you don't have to do any type of burns, or you can do very minimal burns because you understand that 2% is automatically coming out, right, of the bottom line. But what we want, again, is more of a tax on top of it. I think somebody brought this up and it was phenomenal. It was a great idea talking about the tax. And it's something where it doesn't hurt the business and it doesn't really hurt the people, because as the people buy into the Wellies burgers, right? They buy into the Wellies food and all that stuff. Most people are going there that are from the Shiba Inu community, understand what this is all about, understand where the investment goes, and all of that. So even if it is just 2%, let's say you spend $1, you're really only spending 2% there. It's not that much at all, right? So anyways, that was that. And then I asked about NFT burn rates, and they said that's something that they thought of, it's in discussion, and it's just something they can't commit to, which I don't understand why they can't commit to that. It's an NFT, which, yes, it's being used for funding, but you should be able to add that burn rate to make it that much more popular, right? We're looking for popularity and looking for people to buy these NFTs, and if you can get somebody to buy these NFTs and find value out of them, they would find more value if they had some sort of burning rate that increases the price of Shiba Inu. But I said that, and maybe they're thinking about it a little bit more, and they're like, yeah, you know what, that's right. If everything ties to Shiba Inu, it has that much more of a ability to increase, or ability to burn, I guess. Let's see, 8% rewards on profits. They were talking about rewards as well, not just burning rates. And that was interesting to me, but I may be wrong there. So I just want to make sure that that's right, that was 8%, but I did hear that like 3 times. And then the last thing that I had here was rounding up orders. Someone brought up a kind of an Acorn like, I don't know if you're familiar with the Acorn app, but an Acorn like feature to where you round up your orders in order to burn off Shiba Inu. So kind of like, how you round up for charity or something. That's basically what it would be. Thank you for that $5 super chat. I appreciate that. And that $2 super chat over on the Let It Burn channel. But yeah, that's what I had for the idea was a price hike. So I thought you could have like a price hike for 1%, but I think the best option would be more of either a tax or something off of net profits. I understand why they don't want to go off of gross revenue, because if they go off of gross revenue, then you start digging into what your profits could be, because this is kind of a proof of concept. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I do want to open a Wellies around my area, and I feel like I would be a great candidate because, I have 7 years in the restaurant industry. I have my MBA. I have 3 other degrees. So I feel like I have the experience. I would be a good candidate. And obviously I support Shiba Inu in such a big way that, I feel like there's a lot of places around here, but nothing like Wellies, I think. At least from what I'm seeing from the pictures. And the pictures don't really tell you absolutely everything. But yeah. I've never accepted an invite from TikTok. Maybe in the future I will. Um, are you trading with an LLC or an S corporation? So my YouTube channel is an LLC. I'm not trading with any type of business. So, well, technically, I guess you could include this in the business expenses and all that stuff, because of this is something that funds my business, but I don't get that complicated with my taxes. I treat it as the business is not separate at all. I combine the business with my personal taxes. Good morning. What do you think ApeCoin price will come back down to? Would be a good entry point. So I I physically would not enter at this point. The reason why I would not enter at this point is because it is at its highest point that it's been since launch, right? Um, so it's kind of like you're trading with FOMO and you're trying to get into it. In order for this to go up, people have to obviously continue to buy it. So I'm not going to say that nobody should buy it, But if it's my close people that are within, these channels and, Discords and all that, I wouldn't recommend that you go out and just buy it. If you didn't already have it, then it's not something that I look at as a huge potential gain, right? My place where I want to get out is $23, $25 or so, right? And I talked about $30 as well. But looking at these prices, I would like to sell a little bit before that target price, because I did have these target prices in mind, which was 20, and and I wanted to see if it would resist at 20. And what we're seeing now is it surpassed 20, and it could resist at 21. But it's giving me an understanding that this can easily surpass 20. So it can continue to run here. But I'm probably going to make that move somewhere around 23 to 25, which is not a huge gain for me. It was from, $800 all the way up to, or it might be $700. I don't remember. Um, Whatever the price, because I bought in at 13 and 12. So whatever the price ends up getting to or got to. But from 13 all the way up to 20, I'm basically gaining $7 per ApeCoin that I had there. So yeah, I'm gaining just under $400. Yeah, it must have been like 600. I don't know how much it was when I invested. I wish, I wish I did know. But yeah, I invested at a lower point, and I expect to make those moves at like 23 to 25. And I definitely can see this run a little bit more, but right now it's at a high point. So I wouldn't suggest it. My husband went in heavy on Luna 1. Interesting. ApeCoin. Yes. Do you just trade crypto or stocks as well? No, I trade stocks as well. It's just the stock market hasn't been, very positive lately. I think yesterday was actually sort of positive with certain things. So AMC, I hold AMC, GME, I hold ZOM, SOS. I have some Dogecoin that I got for free. I have Shiba Inu that I got for free. I have Tesla that I got for free, and I can't sell that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I do hold some SOS calls for January 2023 for $1, which are down quite a bit, because I think SOS is all the way down to, where's it at? 38 cents, which is just crazy. That's just insane that it's down to that low of a level. But we'll see where this gets to, and what I can gain back, because SOS is definitely my largest loss there, and it seems like everything's really, fell back pretty heavily. SOS, that's crazy. That is literally the biggest. Well, it's not the largest loss now, because I'm now down on AMC again. Even though I gained $14,000 and I'm up $14,000 on AMC, I'm now down $9,000 on where I invested here. So technically, I'm only up $5,000 on AMC in total. But yeah, and I did invest more into AMC at $15. So technically, where it's at, I'm still up, because I invested more into it at $15 and it's at 16 right now. So technically, I'm up $1. All of those 125 shares that I bought. So yeah, I do trade stocks as well. It's just something where I'm more into swing trading right now, rather than day trading. And swing trading is not something that usually works out all the time for me. Day trading, yes. Swing trading, not so much. I don't like trading overnight. I hate holding things overnight when it comes to the stock market, because everything can be manipulated within the stock market, especially within those after hours market where you have less liquidity. It bothers the hell out of me. But yeah. How is the APR going up on the burn portal? I thought it was a set rate. Can you explain this, please? I see we are getting close to 18 billion burned. So I think it goes up depending on what Ryoshi's vision is. So if Ryoshi's vision is a higher price, then you're getting a higher APY. I don't even know where to go to get that. Let me go here and let me go to Twitter. That's not it. Let's go to Twitter, and then we'll go to one of my latest tweets. I don't have the burn portal saved. I know it's on Shiba Swap, but I don't have it saved. So yeah, we're at 17.8 billion in total burnt coins. And I'm looking at a 6.03% APY. I believe if we go here and we look at Ryoshi's vision, I believe it depends on what Ryoshi's vision is. So that's not how you spell it. Ryoshi. Hopefully this is it. I don't know if this is it. I feel like there's multiples of this. Oh, maybe it is. All right, this is it. All right. So yeah, you can see their price is actually up, and it depends on what this is, and that basically will tell you what APY you will get, because based on how much burnt SHIB you have, that's how much of Ryoshi's vision you'll get the coin wise. But then the dollar wise, you're basically looking at whatever percentage that APY would be. So if that increases in price, let's say you would get 5 coins, right? That APY increases as Ryoshi's vision kind of increases there. So we're seeing that start to rise a little bit, and that's why we can see the APY go up. APY was a lot higher back here, but APY is definitely hitting its lows and finding a way to, get to a certain point. So I understand what you mean, and that's probably because the increase in Ryoshi's vision. So my ownership of the pool is 0.03%. I expect the largest holders or the largest owners of this pool to be the ones that are the burn methods, the largest burn methods. So let's say Shiba burn token, they plan on doing a bigger burn. You have Scarecrow that's probably going to do some burns through it. You have ETH SHIB that's probably going to do some burns through it. SHIB Superstore. I talked to all of these, or at least some of the burn methods within the Discord group, and a couple of them said yes, they're going to be able to do it, and they're going to continue. They're going to use this and utilize it in a way to where they can create a consistent passive income burning. Because obviously as they get their Ryoshi's vision, they can sell that, buy Shiba Inu, burn the Shiba Inu, and then continue to do that every week, as well as add to the monthly total that they end up burning. I woke up early this morning on my day off to check in. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. Hey, Matt, do you ever have an inner monologue? What do you mean? Like, do I speak to myself? And I do it all the time, if that's what you're asking. Don't forget to gently apply pressure to the like button and beat it down with your football bat. With your football bat. What is that? What is a football bat? It was $550. Oh, I bought it at $550 or $550. Okay, well that's good then. No, that wasn't it, because I would have doubled my price. It was less than that. Maybe you're talking. Oh, you're talking about the APY. It was at 5.5%. I burned 100% of my Shiba. Can't wait till this thing pops. Let's go. Hey Matt, I hope you burned 100% of your Shiba. Why would you burn 100%? I hope you hit 10 million followers this year. Well, thank you for saying that. I hope I hit 10 million followers as well, but I don't know if that will happen. I held Bitcoin dipped for like 3 years. It's funny to see people respond to where we are. It was down for like 2 to 3 years. Called off today. Didn't get much sleep. What's new? So ApeCoin's running, right? Wellies had a huge announcement that they're gonna be more of a factor into burns, which is huge. But I do want to see that implemented as soon as possible. Somebody did get on there and was a little bit upset with them not doing something now, and the fact that it is, I guess, a test location and you're not able to see even what the revenues are. I mean, within like the first few months, you want to see what the first quarter looks like. Obviously it's going to be a certain point until you find a way to break even on everything, because right now you're technically at a net loss with starting up the company, having all the equipment, having the location, all that stuff. So let's put crypto on hold and go golfing. I would love to. It's 54 degrees today, so it's not going to be that warm. I mean, I could go out and golf. 54 is not that cold. If it's not windy, I should be fine. But yeah, I would love to. I've been trying to improve my speed a lot because I have a trip coming up. Ooh. I have a trip coming up for Florida, and I'm going to be playing golf in Florida for a little bit. So that should be fun. I'm going to probably play every single day that I'm there, every morning, and or at least like maybe two. I would say I want to do every morning, but it all depends who they partner me up with. So, yeah. And maybe I might do. I don't know. I'm always weary of making those like public videos and stuff. Like I like recording videos when I'm by myself or with family members or something like that. But I feel like when I'm with new people, it's just so awkward because it's like, well, what is this guy really doing this for? Yeah, he's not really that great at golf, type of thing. But I get in my own head, and sometimes I don't. I guess I don't need to do that. We got this light shining through that I still need to fix. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. Maybe I should make it a bet. You think I should make it a bet between um whoever gets the uh yeah, I'll just bring like $100 or something, and we'll do like an 18-hole bet on whatever they score. And I won't be able to record everybody's shot. It'll probably just be mine, but we'll be able to see um competition there. That would be fun. Then they would be into it. Or we can do it for cryptocurrency. I would say, do any of you invest in cryptocurrency? And if they do invest in cryptocurrency, then we can, figure out, what cryptocurrency they want, or we'll give them $100 of whatever they choose, whatever cryptocurrency they choose, whether it's Shiba Inu or whether it's Bitcoin or whatever. Enough of the Home Alone thumbnails. That's so I have a bunch of different thumbnails that I use, that I bring up. So if I go into my setup here. So I have a bunch of different thumbnails. Like I use GIMP, and I have my thumbnails already set to where I can, bring this one up here, and I have that thumbnail and, replace it. So it makes it easier. And then I also have this thumbnail where you're surprised, you're like shocked. I can't even see where that is, but you're basically like shocked there. I also have other thumbnails to where I'm like kind of disappointed, or like this is crazy. Bringing that up here, let me actually bring it up here. So yeah, that one, I have a bunch of different thumbnails that I have to create in order to quickly upload my videos. So sorry about that, but I have to do it. It's the YouTube style. Matt, do you live in PA? Yes, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm trash at golf. Can never get into it. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be amazing, but once you hit that one good shot, like I've hit great shots to where I was within, a couple of hole in ones, like literally within 6 inches, within a foot of the hole a bunch of times. Some that rolled up to the hole and stopped, someone that rolled up to the hole and lipped out. Like your allergies seem much better. Yeah, I've been taking my Zyrtec. Is it Zyrtec? whatever that allergy medication is. So I've been taking that for quite some time, and I have to take it um, religiously in the morning because as I wake up, like my eyes are itchy as hell, and they're still like a little bit itchy. But by the time I start streaming, everything is kind of cleared up. Matthew, do you know any big names supporting Shiba Inu? Is there any future with Shiba Inu? Yes, there's a huge future with Shiba Inu. Any big names supporting Shiba Inu? Do I know like any like celebrities or anything like that? Um, Not that I know of. I mean, there may be some people, but I I don't really know of any people that are just actively supporting Shiba Inu. One, because if they have a massive following and they say, "Hey, I support Shiba Inu," well, that like say if Mr. Beast came out and said, "I'm buying $10,000 worth of Shiba Inu today," well, that's 94 million subscribers. He should do something where he gives out cryptocurrency. I just saw one by I think Zach King. I think it was Zach King. It was a video by Zach King, and he um, gave out like $10,000 worth of SHIB, gave out 1 Bitcoin, and he was just put people on a scavenger hunt in order to find those coins, and it was pretty cool. And I was like, that should be something that's a normal thing on YouTube. Find these altcoins and you keep them. I would love to do something like that. Um, Thank you for that super chat. Hey Matt, me again. I live in NZ and I love coming home after work and gearing up to take on the current market. SHIB billionaire still holding strong. Well, that's great. That's absolutely amazing. What's your plans for those billions of SHIB? Are you planning on having it? Do you have a certain selling strategy? Are you waiting till a certain price to sell all of it? Like, what's your idea? Are you looking to gain passive income from it? Because that's also an option. Um, in the end, especially when prices hit like way higher prices there. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're gonna do there. But thank you for that super chat. Do you play basketball? I did play basketball, and anytime I get invited, I try and play basketball, but not so much anymore. I I played football in high school and in college. Tea time with Matt. Today's episode: how to hit a hole in one with every shot. Don't think I can do that at all. Um, how to hit a hole in one with every shot with editing, I guess. You can do that. Without editing, yeah, that's pretty much impossible. Not pretty much impossible. It is impossible. Matt is our celebrity. He is a huge supporter of SHIB. I am a huge supporter of SHIB. Not a celebrity, though. It's crazy thinking about it, though, that I have 160,000 subscribers, 162,000 subscribers. Um, that's crazy to think about. Like, I understood, like, I wanted to get to this point, or I wanted to get to even higher points, right? There are people out there, that have obviously a million subscribers, 2 million, 94 million, or 100 plus million subscribers, and are well known. And some people don't even know who they are. Like, if I talk to any of, maybe my wife's family and say, "Do you know who Mr. Beast is?" They'll say, "No, I don't know who that is." The one guy, wait, there was one guy that came up to me, or that we were talking, and he was basically saying something from a Mr. Beast video. He was like, "Yeah, this one guy did this and this and this." I don't remember what it was. And I was like, "Wait, is that Mr. Beast?" He was like, "Who's Mr. Beast?" And he was like, "It sounds familiar, but," and I was like, "Yeah, that's the video." I can't remember what it was, but I was like, "Yeah, it was a Mr. Beast video." He has 94 million subscribers. He was like, "Oh, okay, well that makes sense." And he was like, "It was a really good video. It was engaging all the way until the end." I was like, "Yeah, that's his content. It's freaking fantastic." Has there been any confirmation on a Doge tip jar on Twitter? Not that I know of. No. Confirmation of a Doge tip jar. uh, Kim Jong the second. hits hole in one on every time. Interesting. Sure he does. uh, Want to make a Shiba Inu merch website selling mostly shirts, swag, etc. I have an idea for a tracksuit for people and a jacket for dogs. I'll burn a portion of SHIB for each sale. Yeah, I see. That's interesting. I know there's people that are already creating like a ton of merch, especially with like, anybody that has a following. So it's definitely tough to figure out um, what's good merch, and even if you do have good merch, how will you sell it? That's where it's very difficult, because I even have merch, and I like my merch. My wife wears my because I have a woman's like cut off um like hoodie type of thing, like crop top hoodie, which is pretty cool, and she wears it all the time. She loves it, and it says profits on it. I want that to be my brand, even going to golf. Like I want it to have profits apparel there, so it's profits, but it's profits. So you see that the play on words there. So it's profits apparel, and I wanted to have it right here, and just to have like golf polos and all of that stuff, and be able to wear my own brand. Eventually, when the golf channel really does pick up, because right now I think the golf channel, we're definitely getting a little bit more views with some of the videos, not with the shorts videos, which I am going to be creating a lot more shorts videos, but um, the regular videos that we post. So we had an outing at Golden Oaks Country Club recently, or Golden Oaks Golf Club, and that was fun. The first video got 496 views, which is the highest amount of views that I've gotten on a golf video yet. And then we had another one that had 276 views about 2 days ago when I uploaded it. So here's the golf channel if you guys want to go and subscribe. Matt Perry Golf. We have 5,500 or 5,050 subscribers. Most of them came from subscribers of the podcast that we did. So this was the former like Perry Experience podcast, and where Erica and I would just sit down and talk about different things. But maybe we could still have some sort of podcast here, but it has to be related to golf if we're going to do that. But yeah, this is fun to be able to play golf and put it on YouTube. But once this takes off, and I have a couple of good videos coming up, so it should be really fun, especially for anybody who kind of maybe sucks at golf like I do. You start to learn a lot and test some things out, so it should be really fun. Also, follow me on Twitter if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, and get your daily source of Matt. Daily dose. That's what I was looking for. Daily dose of Matt. I grew up in Pottstown, about 20. Where are we at? Someone said something, and now I don't know where it went. I grew up in Pottstown, about 20 minutes from Reading. Well, that's amazing. Small world, I guess. Is Turkey adopting SHIB as their currency? A rumor. Right now, I believe it is. I haven't heard anything concrete. It's kind of like buy the rumor, sell the news, I guess. But we don't really see anybody buying the rumor. It's kind of just like sit on the rumor and do something with the news. Probably sit on the rumor and buy the news. I read that. Let's see. Replying to my billion SHIB, I'm 28 and I plan on cashing in when I retire. I stake most of it, so still growing strong, and an early retirement fund maybe. Okay, so you don't plan on taking any profits as time goes on, or is that like literally? You don't have to send a super chat, by the way, every time. Thank you for sending the super chat. I appreciate that. I will find a way to find your comment. But what was I saying? About that, you're not going to take any type of profits as you go along, because taking profits is what's going to help you be able to hold a lot of it. I always suggest, not trying to be, greedy in any way. I'm not saying you are being greedy by doing that, by setting a retirement fund. That's something that's long term. But it just sets something up early to where you can set multiple retirement funds. Like say if you're 1 billion, let's say, let's see if I have a thing here. So yeah, I do have it. So let's say your 1 billion that you have, it gets to a point to where it's worth 0.00, it's worth $1 million. Well, you can now fund other investments with $100,000 of that. Or you can just take the 52 million that you gained and do something with that. So 52 million, and now you can have 62,000 to trade wherever else you want. And then you also automatically gained your investment back by only taking what you gained in your APY. And then you go down here and you still have over a billion. So you're still holding that billion. You can get to a point where you have $10 million and you're like, all right, well, you know what? I want to do something with $1 million. And now you take, let's say 200, or you're going to take 100 million. Right, and you still leave yourself with 930 million coins, which also leaves you with $9 million left, right, within that same time frame. So there's always an ability to take more money and create more passive income for yourself, because this income is sitting here. This $10 million is sitting there and you haven't gained anything from it because it's all unrealized. Now it can continue to run. And no matter what, if it gets up to these points, there's no way it's going to come back down to these points, so you don't ever have to worry about it. However, you still need to worry about yourself for a little bit and create other forms of passive income. I feel like that's the best way of explaining that. Scotland might surprise you. Good morning, all. Wait, for golf courses, if that's what you're talking about? Yeah, of course. It got brought up. What got brought up in Clay? Has there been any confirmation on Doge Tip Jar Twitter? It got brought up in Claybro's live stream yesterday. Interesting. I haven't heard anything of it though. Could you do a video on OGN token? Maybe. But I'm not gonna say yes because it depends. I don't want to throw out a video and then it's like, something that nobody really follows, and then it's like 500 views. Which, if you derail anything with a lower amount of views, that's why I always try and tie in other things. You derail the progress to the channel, you start to see less viewership come in. You want to make sure you try and do a banger after a banger after a banger, you know what I mean? And I'll definitely try and find a way if I can tie it in some way if it's something that is popular, but I haven't heard of it. I can always talk about it and give you my opinion. If you want to, we can always do that, but I most likely won't do a dedicated video for it. SHIB esports team, 25% of tournament winnings go towards burning SHIB. That's amazing. What position did you play? I played football in high school. Owen J. Roberts, first team DN. So I played safety. I wasn't good at defense. I just can't tackle. I'm great at playing the ball. Like if you put me in zone, I'm great at playing the ball because I played offense. But I played receiver, mainly receiver. In high school, that's really all I played. It was receiver and safety, and I was on the hands team, obviously, and special teams here and there. I've only gotten to return 2 kick returns, and both of them, ironically, went for 44 yards. So that's pretty amazing. But that was fun, and it seems like I always get caught up in the same area, and it was in the same game. So I guess that makes sense. But I played receiver in high school. I played safety in high school as well. And then when I got to college, that's where I started switching around. So I played receiver, but we did have two speed receivers on the outside. So I played outside receiver a bunch of times, but I mainly played tight end and for some reason slot receiver. I wasn't that fast. Um, I at my fastest I ran a sub 4.6, but a high 4.5. So fast, but not fast at the same time. So, and that 4.5 might have been skewed a little bit. So I would probably say 4.6 is probably a better bet. Um, yeah, because that was only that one time, and yeah, it was fun time. Are you selling Ape now that it's 20? Like you said, you've changed your mind. No, I said it was going to get to 20. I'm selling it around 23 to 25. I said I was going to originally, like I had three prices in mind: 23, 25, and 30. Um, I knew it was going to get to 20. Yesterday I talked about it getting to 20, but no, I didn't say I was going to sell at 20. If you can find that, then feel free to let me know. And if you show me that, I will sell exactly when I see that. So, because I always like to stick to my strategy, but I don't believe that's part of my strategy. My strategy was closer to doubling um, than anything because 24 would technically be doubling my investment, and that's what I was looking for: 24 or 23 to 25 to 30. Um, but it's most likely going to happen well before. Matt was definitely like a Tony Gonzalez on the field. Yeah, I have some highlights. I had some good catches from from high school. Had some great catches from college, but I just wish they had a better rotation that they had in college. Because like, no offense, but I feel like I was the best receiver. Most receivers do feel like they're the best receiver, but when you have a championship game and you score two touchdowns and 146 yards, and the QB only throws for like 215, then you know that you obviously are pretty good. And that was all in the second half. So I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not saying that, but I'm pretty good, or at least I was pretty good. um, Sell when the land sale peaks on Sunday. So I'm probably gonna sell before Sunday. I'm not gonna sell on Sunday. I understand how things could run and they could absolutely skyrocket, but I'm only gonna sell 40. And you don't have to keep sending super chats, Jesse. Thank you for sending it. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I take profit periodically. Most of my SHIB is staked on crypto.com. Most at 3%. I have it running at 5% currently. Also, the donations are worth it. Well, thank you for sending the super chats, and that's great. How do you have it running? I feel like I keep asking you questions. You keep sending. I'm not going to ask you any more questions. Um, no, but that's amazing that you're gaining a 3% return on your cryptocurrency, because I have it here at 2%. So let's say it goes that long and you get to this point to where you make your first sell with 70, you could take 78 um, instead of 52. 78. Now you're looking at about 93,000 that you could put into other positions. So he does plan on taking profits. I think that's the smartest thing to do. It helps you hold on longer, because if you get to a point to where you're like, oh, I have $11 million sitting in here, right? $11 million. That is hard to hold on to. I mean, for me, I know $11 million can go a long way with so many other places, and I don't need to hold on to all of that. So what will I probably do if I have $11 million is at least take half of it. Like $11 million is huge, and if I held all the way to this point and I have one or $11 million here, I'm gonna take probably 500 million coins and just pocket five. Yeah, probably gonna pocket $5.1 million. Right, that's just what's gonna happen. Um, and the reason is because you have 11 million there, right? Any other price increase there, yes, um, you're going to see that this does, you do go down quite a bit. You're down to 600 million coins, but that's still more than a lot of other people. And now you're growing even more. It goes to 2 cents or 1.5 cents, and then now you're at 9 million. You go to 2 cents here, and now you're at 13 million. It gets to 27 million, you decide to take more, right? That's really the idea. It's like you don't physically need or need that much, especially to get started with your passive income game. I'll tell you that. Staking 4,000 CRO gets the extra 1 to 2%. Yes. You tell football stories like Al Bundy. Who's Al Bundy? You almost scored more touchdowns than Al Bundy. What? What? What price? What price would Ape be in the 50x from here? From $20? Uh, why can't I do math? 10, add the zeros. $1,000? That's not right. That might be right. Actually, I think that is right. $1,000. But why would it 50x? Why would it 50x? Um, I was just watching a movie. What was it called? The House yesterday, and it was hilarious because the guy is horrible with money, and he was like, I break into sweats when I hear numbers out loud. And she was like, you're you're 40 years old, and you go to jail for 20 years. How old are you when you get out? He was like 90, 100. He's like, if I had some scratch paper, I could figure it out. I was like, what the? And then he also saw the tuition for $50,000. He was like, $50 million? No, that's $50,000. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. I literally died. 11 million SHIB. I'll make SHIB feature film, with Matthew Perry as the lead villain. The lead villain. Well, $11 million. Understand that films are expensive nowadays, like super expensive. Mr. Beast spent what, like $4+ million on Squid Games. It's crazy. We all need a link to your spreadsheet. Yeah, there's a link to my spreadsheet. It's on my Patreon. Um, it's not free. It's not free right now. It probably will be free, but it's not free. Take a lot of pride in my spreadsheets. Do this update. So yeah, uh there's a lot of positive things that are happening right now for Shiba Inu. And I'm loving it. I'm loving all the positivity. Yesterday's Al Bundy from Married with Children. I don't even remember that show. Well, I remember it, but I don't remember any episodes. And I've watched quite a bit of it. I remember it. I forgot, but I remembered. I forgot, but I remembered at the same time. You get what I'm saying. Probably too young to know who Al Bundy is. No, I know who Al Bundy is. Wasn't the one girl, can't remember what her name is. She was in like Anchorman. I think it was the daughter that was in Anchorman, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I bet on CRO to 50x before ApeCoin does. Yeah, definitely. Uh, I've burned 30 million SHIB on the day the portal launch. Hope it return. Hope in rewards. Well, I bet that was really diluted. You're probably looking at about 0.1%, maybe 0.2%. Oh my God, Albon. Last one, crypto.com on the Rose Gold card let you privately get higher APY on certain coins. Thanks again. I'll stop distracting you and the show and the chat. Yeah, I love the fact that you can get more rewards or with the higher upper tier cards. I like what they're doing there because then it incentivizes people to stake more with CRO, and CRO I truly believe in, as well as a lot of these other coins that I would invest into on crypto.com. Like I have Compound, I have Litecoin, I have OMG. I bought more OMG just recently. I didn't stake it yet, but I bought more OMG. I should probably stake it for like two. I can't do 2 months. A flexible period probably. Patreon, thanks. Subscribing now. Well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Matt, why you buy Zelda Inu? What is the utility? So the utility is it's a charity token. So the token is basically a way to fund a lot of these rescues that house a lot of the dogs that are in need. And I love helping out dogs, right? I love helping out animals as much as I can. Obviously, I have 3 animals here. Having Emmy, my Shiba Inu, and then also having 2 cats. We love animals. We do, until they annoy us and do things. Sometimes they annoy us in a funny way, to where they like knock things off the shelf, like really slowly. But yeah, Zelda Inu is all about helping dogs that are in need and finding a way to fund those rescues. They've already donated about $40,000 total, and it's a charity token, so it's not something that's you're looking for a crazy use case for, right? The use case is within, helping out all of these, different places, right? You're investing into a coin to where the coin creates a lot of value for you, but then it also creates a lot of value for a lot of these rescues as well. So it's definitely something that's, they're working to create newer things, especially with the Zeldaverse. And once they release that, we'll be able to go through that in depth. But yeah, I mean, it's a token that I believe in, and it's at a low market cap, very low market cap, very low price as well. So it's sometimes not all about the utility from the start. It's about what they can build throughout the utility. Because remember, Shiba Inu had no utility, Dogecoin had no utility, and it seems like they're building so many things for Shiba Inu, the partnerships, looking at burn rates, looking at different things when it comes to the metaverse, different investment styles or different investment things you can be a part of. I'm very tired and I'm starting to feel it. But yeah, I mean, you look at Zelda Inu and they can create something bigger. It's about the future potential, not only about what they're doing now, but future potential. Christina Applegate. How old are Matt? I'm 59. No, I'm 31. Just turned 31 last month. Uh, Matt, you love dogs, but uh, baby Doge like dogs also. It's true. Why you love more Zelda Inu than Baby Doge? Baby Doge has a very high supply, and it doesn't seem like they're finding ways to market much. I see more or less like, and I don't like to use the term shilling, but I see more or less shilling than anything, rather than actual like pure marketing. With Zelda Inu, it's a lot of marketing and breaking a lot of things down, getting on newer exchanges, launching in the places they need to launch, creating passive income with something like Zelda Inu, to where you have 28% APY that you're gaining on your Zelda Inu, and then growth within the project. I mean, it's just something that I see as a position that will really go. I held Baby Doge for a while, and I had to sell it because I got off of Gate.io, but it didn't show me too much promise. That's why. Mike Vick would be a great spokesperson for Zelda Inu. Why would you say that? No, he would not. I'm sure he wouldn't market himself around anything related to dogs. When Shiba Inu burn token, wait, when Shiba Inu burn token changed the market price to 1 cent. When are they going to change the market price to 1 cent? They don't change it to 1 cent. The investments have to happen. Supply has to be burnt. Everything has to be taken into account when we want to get to 1 cent, or with going on that road to 1 cent, right? It's a lot more difficult than people think, but we're definitely taking the right steps. When we talk about Wellies, creating these burn opportunities, we talk about the burn portal that's out there. We talk about Shibarium that's there. I believe they said they're trying to wait for Shibarium to launch in order to create these burn methods. Sorry for the light that's coming through here, because the the window behind me just likes to spew light all the time. Can we meet your pets? I love pets. I got 2 dogs and a ferret. I don't know if any of them will come. Daisy is very scared of everybody. Carl will come, but Emmy, there's a cat door that she can't get by, so I would have to go and get them. I do have videos and pictures of my dog and my cats. So I believe on Twitter I have one of this is my dog Emmy. So I do have one picture of Emmy on there. I don't have anything with Carl at all. I have some on my phone, but I don't have any with Carl right now. And I have pictures of them on the display on my fridge. So I change that every now and again. Very tired. Went to sleep a little late. Um, hey Matt, what do you reckon the price of SHIB will be in 10 years from now? Uh, Probably north of $1, and that's my honest opinion. With everything that's being implemented right now, I feel like we will see it north of $1. And things are getting established in the starting points, but you're going to see things start to really take off with the burns. In my opinion, I mean, this is all my opinion, so you can't take it as real life or fact, because it is my opinion. But I do believe that we will see it north of $1. Um, Damn, y'all becoming savages in the chat. I guess. I love watching your live streams. What are your thoughts on FTM? Uh, I haven't looked into it, but I'll give some thoughts. It may be sluggish thoughts because I am insanely tired. My Phantom, I've seen Phantom, looked into them. That that's a stable coin, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, it looks like something that's pretty stable. Um, so let's look at the overall supply. So currently, it's just stable because it has a huge supply, or a bigger supply. You're looking at 2.55 billion. 80% of the supply is out there. That's not an issue at all. We're in about 80% of the supply. You're seeing the volume that's down about 28%. The price ceiling, if we're looking at the history over the last year, it's sort of at its lowest point. So I would probably look at it as a point to where we can see this rise to some of these higher levels. I don't know if there was any dilution that was factored into it. It doesn't look like there is. So right now would be a great point to get in there. I think where you're seeing it at, it's at its lows at $1. So seeing this get to a level of $2 or $3 and seeing it double or triple is definitely a thing that I can see happen. So Phantom looks pretty good right now at these levels. I don't know where you can get it. So you can get it on Binance, KuCoin, FTX. You can get it on Gate.io. If I had a chance to get it right now, I would have bought it right now, to let you know. Crypto.com exchange. So I might be actually purchasing this but I'll look into it a little bit more. At the current stage, if you look at where it's at and you look at the chart and where we're sitting at some of these lows. And now we're seeing maybe a solid bounce off of one of these lows and getting the $3 would be would definitely be a treat. It took 4 months to get down to some of these areas, and if you see some of these gains that we've seen, so let's see from the last time it was down at this level, we could see it was at September all the way to the high in so it only took 1 month to rise to that level from this bottom level. So if we're looking at it at some of these levels here, let's say it could take a couple of months, we could definitely see a rise within the second quarter or the end of the second quarter. So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good because this, I don't know why people always say like, 10x or whatever. I mean, yes, you can see it, but I look for something simple, 2 to 3x, which would be great from 99 cents all the way up to whatever price you can end up getting to. So it looks pretty good. Mike Vick knew what was happening in his house. End of story. Probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What do you think the Wellies AMA yesterday? I came in as you were asking a question. Yeah, I thought it was good. I did want to, obviously take it easy and talk about Wellies because that's what it was for. Some people decided to go on about other things besides Wellies in the beginning, where it was like, how are we gonna get to 1 cent? And it was like, this is a Wellies slash Shiba Inu AMA, so let's focus on Wellies and how we can improve that, and that's understandable. So it was definitely good. There was a lot of great suggestions there. I did give my opinions. I am going to create a video on it probably right after this. I'm going to upload it on my main channel. I have a couple of videos that are going to go out on the Let It Burn channel. Yeah, I think it was definitely a good AMA. A lot of great information. The only thing is that we still are a little bit like less transparent or have less confirmation on what the burn rates are and them committing to any type of burn rate. I want to see that because they committed to 2% of net profits, but that can mean anything, right? You can reinvest into your business and then you're not seeing that 2% get implemented. So what we want obviously is a level to where we can basically look at the either gross revenue or a tax situation, something on every transaction. So something gets added to every transaction, just like you would with sales tax. So it would be more of like a burn tax that you have with any Shiba Inu business. And people would expect that. A burn tax, they're okay with that. It's 1%, maybe 2%. Because if they do 2% of net profits and they do 1% of transactional revenue or something, then that would be phenomenal. Like it's not just coming out of the transactional revenue, like you're adding on top of it. So if the burger costs $5, you're adding on 1% to that. So now the burger costs $5 and whatever cents. And then you also have the six cents that come out for sales tax or whatever your sales tax actually is. So yeah. How do we always get that? All right, so we got about 15 minutes. We're gonna end at 9 o'clock. That's where we end at. You said Ape is pumping. Ape is pumping more. Matt, why is Ryoshi's vision up more than Shiba Inu? So Ryoshi's vision is based on the investors that go into it. So people, obviously, everything's based on investors. So the investors go into it, but also funding from Burnt SHIB, goes into there as well. So Ryoshi's vision is going to be up. Bone will be up, or Leash will be up, and Shiba Inu will be down. It's never 100% predictable as to where these things will go. But you can expect as more Shiba Inu is burnt, Ryoshi's vision obviously increases in price, right? And it's not saying that we're burning so much more that it makes sense, why Shiba Inu is decreasing because we're burning so much. Burning should obviously increase the price if you have enough being burnt. So They can copy and paste faster than the YouTube app will let me react. But you react pretty fast. You do a good job at that. Sometimes I don't see a lot of this stuff because I'm reading chats well above, and you definitely do a great job. You and Ryan, both of you guys do a fantastic job. You deserve a raise. I'll increase it by 50% what I pay you now. So that sounds like a good raise, right? On paper, sounds like a good raise. No, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. It means a lot to me. Is it just me, or are the numbers for GMT seeming weird? Only 10% of the circulating supply, and it's up a crazy amount in the last 3 months. I've heard some things about GMT. I don't know if this is the right one. It's up 21%, and only 10% of the total circulating supply is out there. I don't like that at all. But you're seeing it at a $2.4 billion market cap. I don't know what this is all for. I haven't researched this company, but in the last like month, you've seen this from 75 cents all the way up to $4.03, which would be a great gain. It would be a great get if you decided to get into that. Um, but yeah, it's pretty weird. If you want to know my views on Phantom, feel free to rewind back like maybe 10 minutes and you'll see that full breakdown. I don't want to do that again. Is SHIB still making its own blockchain? They're not making their own blockchain. They are they are basically moving to the Ethereum 2 blockchain, from what I'm understanding how that works. But they're not creating their own like blockchain. They're not going to become a coin. That's not how that works. I mean, someone could create a brand new blockchain, a brand new network if they wanted to, but I don't think that's going to be the case. You would have to create a brand new coin and migrate over. Like that's not what people want. Been waiting for this crypto run like a constipated woman waiting for the next movement. Interesting. Okay. Hey man, I think I figured out why that Crow King won while it held 10% of the tokens. I think it used it for the reflection rewards. Hmm. That's interesting. I mean, that seems like a very high amount of tokens for reflections. I don't know. 10% seems like a lot. I don't think nobody will be able to gain that many reflections um, within probably years of holding that. That should be the case. What the hell is Shibarium? Shibarium is supposed to be their layer 2 platform. So it's based on the Ethereum network. Um, and it's based on the Ethereum layer 2 network, kind of similar to like what you see with Loopring, where you can trade within Loopring on Ethereum layer 2 or Ethereum 2 and have lower fees, faster transaction times, all of that. So it's basically a mock-up of the of any Ethereum 2 platform, just lower fees and faster transaction times. That's really what you need to focus on. And if we can obviously push the burn portal through that, you don't have any fees that are associated with it. I don't really know if they're planning on doing that. I would imagine not, but I hope so. Hey, Matt, please, man, answer the 2025 ApeCoin market cap go. ApeCoin market cap? Market cap, I guess, means a lot. But 2025? So in 2023, we're going to see everything being implemented. It's probably going to take about a year for everything to fully get implemented. So it'll be about 2024. That's where we'll start to see things actually make some moves. So I expect the market to be fully diluted by then. So currently, like if we look at ApeCoin, let's scroll down here. I think it's like 20th on the list. I lied, 26th. So if we look at the fully diluted market cap from right now, we would see a $20.7 billion market cap. Now, are we going to see a $20.7 billion market cap? I believe we're going to see a $10 billion market cap. So if we had a fully diluted price, we would probably see this somewhere around $10, and we're going to see the market cap somewhere around um, maybe I want to say $25 billion market cap, um, because I want to be more conservative than anything, and kind of uh, you know I don't know, hit you with negative news in order to create way more positive news, I guess, whenever that happens. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. Like, hit you with all the negativity or something low. Keep expectations low, but then, um, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want you to expect it to be at a $10 million market or $10 billion market cap, but then when it actually gets to a $100 billion market cap, then you're surprised. That's what I'm trying to say, and I don't know how to get it out. So you take all of those pieces and put them together however you want. Phantom is the next Solana. I'm sure it can be. I don't know. I haven't looked into it heavily, but yeah. Uh, for wait, Matt, for you, how many months to see Ethereum active, or not Ethereum, Shibarium? I don't see how it's that difficult. I mean, they already have the interface, or at least um, the way everything looks, right? The visuals to it. I I don't see a problem with launching that Q3, Q3, middle of Q3 maybe. I don't see the problem with that. I mean, if I were them, I would, if they have it already, I would launch it beginning of Q3, because that's where I think everything is going to officially take off. I think end of Q2 into Q3 is where everything is going to absolutely take off, and we want to see more activity go into Shiba Inu. And if Shibarium's launched, that's another catalyst that's added on top of it, right? Thanks for answering. No problem. Don't see how to connect the two. Connect to your Patreon on my phone. Can you pull up the link? So the 99 cents is something different. Rex, sorry. I know it's like a dumb question. I don't understand the question. There's a link in the description. It should take you right to the description, and you should be able to see the Patreon there. So it says Profits Apparel merch, and then right below Profits Apparel merch, you're going to see join the Patreon. Because there's two Patreons. There's which I don't have the other one linked, which is the Shiba Inu Patreon, and then the other one that you see down there is the uh yeah, right below Profits Apparel. You're gonna find that. So the link is in the description. You take a look at Phantom, you'll understand. Yeah, I already did take a look at Phantom today. If you want to go back like 20 minutes, you'll be able to see my reaction on Phantom. Would you like to wait? Would you like to look and see or ApeCoin is available on Coinbase Advanced? Would I be able to look and see if ApeCoin is available on Coinbase Advanced? Well, I'm not logged into Coinbase Advanced. I would have to fully log in because it keeps logging me out for some freaking reason. But it should be available in there. If it's available on Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, it has to be available on Coinbase Advanced. Hey Matt, honestly, when you think SHIB, or when do you think SHIB is going to hit a penny? I'm pushing for 2026. That's more of my conservative level, actually. I think it could hit a lot sooner, depending on how much we are burning and how much popularity we have. So we're going to continue to push for more popularity, more adoption of burning, and getting all the questions answered that we want. You know. I just bought 10 ape coins at $10. Just want some FOMO. And now I wish I got more. I mean Mo. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I um yeah, 10 ApeCoin. 10 ApeCoin at $10 is still good. It's not obviously the most that you could get, but $10 is a phenomenal price. I remember when I was waiting for this to go down to 9 and it got to 10, and I can't remember if that was you or somebody else that said they bought in at 10 and they don't feel like it's going lower. I believe we did see it go a little bit lower, but I wasn't awake at the time when it was at that point, since it is 24/7, which sucks. But yeah, I ended up buying in at 13 and 12, and I was okay with that. And I'm still okay with that, obviously, seeing where ApeCoin is now at $20.68 or $20.80 at a high. It just shows so much positivity that I'm very bullish on where this is going, but I only have a certain level that I want to see it at. So 23, 24 is probably perfect for me, because again, my cost basis is $12, so I would be doubling my investment. Just want to say good morning, but I don't know if you've seen it. Yes, I have. Thank you for being here and saying good morning. You could tell I'm very tired. I don't even know if I'll do because I'll get off of here and I won't like sleep at all because I still want to work and get some things done. Like I need to get stuff done today, but I'm very tired, and looking at this bright light in front of me and this one that's in front of me, it's just it's horrible. Maybe I should put on my blue light glasses, but that's not going to help with the brightness. Um, I'll sell my ape at 2K per coin. That's a little ridiculous. I'm gonna sell 40 of it, and then leave 10 in there. And if we see that at a level of 30, then I'll sell that, and go on about my day. Or maybe I'll just wait for that to run, because 23 and 30 is not too far away. And as long as I gain my initial investment plus a lot more, I'm okay with it. So get some rest. I probably won't. I most likely will not. I feel like a disappointment if I get rest. I feel like I disappoint myself. TRO to $100 by 2025. That's a question. Possibly. I would say, yeah. I mean, I'm pushing for it. I'm pushing for it. It depends what they do with CRO and how the adoption goes. Because right now, we're not seeing a crazy amount of volume go through it, but eventually we will, and things will get ridiculous. Why ApeCoin going up so fast? The potential launch of the other side, the metaverse, and all that information there. So the news is pretty big with ApeCoin. I have 11 ApeCoin. What's a good pull out point? So it all depends on what you want to do, right? I like dealing with double my investment. Um, and it's not necessarily saying there's any resistances or anything there, because there's no history above this point. So you're not seeing any type of resistances, or unless you look at a lot of the volume that's going through and seeing where that volume is coming from. But right now, I'm not really seeing too much to give you like a certain point. But for me, it's 20, 23, $24. And I'm only going to pull out 40, so it's not something that I even care about. I don't have a lot. I was looking to buy 100, but I didn't get to my price point. I only wanted to spend $1,000. If they get crazy popular, then we will see at least $100 per ape easy. It could be possible, especially with the circulating supply it's at now. You could see it get to a 20 billion or $30 billion market cap. Um, $20 billion market cap at this point would be about $40. and $10 billion market cap would be about $40. $20 billion market cap would be somewhere around $80 or so. But then you could see a $25 billion market cap, yes, and it gets to $100. That's not bad. $25 billion market cap is not crazy high. It is on the higher side for a brand new coin, but it's definitely can get up there with the amount of popularity that we've seen. The amount of volume that goes through, 1.8 billion, yes, you could definitely see it. Matt, do you ever have an inner monologue? I don't know what that means. So yes, maybe. I don't know. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm very tired. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Been streaming for just about 8 hours. Definitely check out the links down below if you guys are interested in joining the Shiba Inu Discord group, or you're looking to join my Discord group, or looking to get free $25 with CRO or crypto.com. But I'm really bullish on a lot of these plays, and I'm glad that ApeCoin is up. We will continue to monitor it and create maybe some videos on it. But yeah, I'm really happy with what has happened so far. Also, the Wellies announcement and everything. We're gonna do a video on the AMA and what did happen there, and then we have a couple of videos coming out on the a couple of videos coming out on the Let It Burn channel, and maybe some shorts golf videos if you guys want to see that. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Your own voice in your head while you think. Yes, I do that all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I keep reading a lot of stuff, and then I keep saying I'm gonna get out of here. So your strategy is 2x. You take investment out and let the rest ride. I usually take my investment plus a little bit more. So with ApeCoin, I'm probably gonna take a lot more. I'm gonna take 40 of the coins instead of, usually I would take 25. Like I would take half or maybe 30 and just take a little bit more than my original investment, and then leave the rest in there. But I'm going to actually take 40 of the coins and leave 10 in there, and then I'm going to throw the amount that I gained on probably CRO. Well, I'm glad I stayed in here a little longer. Good morning, Matt. Krill just listed on crypto.com. Any thoughts? Also, can you cover, did they just list on crypto.com? That's got to be a joke. If that's a joke, then I'm moving my money today over to crypto.com. I mean, I don't have to, but I hope that they have an ability to. I don't see why we don't see any type of large run up. I guess I don't have to move it, but that's interesting. I keep saying that I'm going to leave. Thank you for sending that super chat, by the way, because I didn't know that. Link to SHIB AMA. I don't know if they recorded it. So yeah, let me just check to see if it's here, because that just got me like excited there. Because if that's the case, then I could buy Krill coin for the cheap, the cheap, the cheap, cheapity cheap. Where is it at? KRL. Yeah, I don't see it on crypto.com. Let's just try Krill. Maybe. Yeah, I get no results. You said it listed on crypto.com and I don't see it. Are they saying they are listing on crypto.com? Maybe they had something on Twitter. Krill. Oh, new listing, crypto.com. We're happy to announce that Krill is now listed on crypto.com exchange. That is phenomenal, but I don't see it on crypto.com. Maybe they lied. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out a lot of the links. But I think, when is Krill going to do something? Just kidding. It will. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here.